Hello everyone, my name is Amos Nimas, and in this video I will try to do stuff on my Linux machine. And first of all, I want to add an aliases so that when I type ls too fast and it result in sl being typed instead, I want both to do the same thing since I don't use the command sl on my system. So I will go in my I will cd to my shell folder on my home directory, and I will open my alias, and here I will add a new aliases so that alias sl equal ls, and I think it's a good thing to put both in a quotation mark. I started doing that really recently, so I haven't done it with all my aliases, but I think it's just good practice. Is my internet return, because the project of today for me is to convert my bash script to C, because C is a compiled language, and I want to be able to compile my code if I'm gonna sell it. And by the way, I had this amazing idea that for the program I'm making that animates your wallpaper, that I will make pre-made animation that are gonna be easier for you to load, and then you will be able to add your own, but it's a little bit more work. So I think more people will prefer having done animation that comes with the software. So I think that that's a nice thing, nice feature that I will be working on, because I know that on Linux people prefer doing everything themselves, and working hard for what they want to achieve. They want to customize everything and personalize everything. That's what I meant. And yeah, sometimes it's just nice to have, you just want a moving wallpaper and you don't want the asshole to have to animate it yourself. And I can do this in multiple way. First of all, making animation with code, and then making 3D animation in Blender and other such software, which is all stuff I can do. So that's a good thing, and I think that it's something I'm really good at and I'm passionate about. And I would have loved to live in a day and age where I could sell. The old computer had screensavers, and I like coding those type of things that are useless but pretty to look at. And this might be an opportunity for me to earn a living making screensaver for your wallpaper, animated wallpaper. That's something I really think I can enjoy, and that's a project that I'm gonna be working on real hard to achieve. I want to use C shell, blah blah blah, how to convert sudo apt install tsh blah blah blah. Multiple way to install it, because of course you have the pacman install right here. And I mean, just use analysis if you're gonna use pacman. I think that maybe not apt, but app, because those are application, and it makes more sense. That's why people prefer Apple for when it comes to naming stuff, at least when it comes to naming application and stuff. They make sense. The notepad is probably called, Windows does have it's good name for some applications, some bad name. Everybody has some good name and bad names, but I feel that on Linux sides we use confusing terminology sometimes for no apparent reason. I mean, those are package managers, so but the goal of them is to install applications. So if you do app install, you install the app from your repository. We don't care what the repository is when we install application. So that's the point. We don't care about it when we use it. So once it's installed, how do we use it? Then generate a command shell on your PC. Look at the shell file. There are multiple ways to view this file, but the most efficient way is cat. Okay. And why do they want me to look at the shell file? grep tch. Okay, cat shell. So you output your shell script to grep tch, and then you output it to tch location.txt. Swap from batch to C, making the C shell default is done by the C shell. I don't think that's what I want. I want to convert bash to C. Switch from bash to C shell and Linux. No, that's a shell. Ah. And my internet is gone again. For no apparent reason. Okay, let's fix that. Let's fix my internet issue because I won't be able to live and work in these conditions. So, yeah. Activate. Could not activate connection. Wired connection is not available on the device ESP because device has no carrier. What does that mean? What does that mean? No. Okay, I will turn it on and off. Maybe that will help. And when I say turn it on and off, I was talking about my Wi-Fi router. And now I can try again. Activate it. Activate it. Activate it. I will continue to do that until it works. Maybe it will never work. So maybe I'm wasting my time. And my router froze. Okay, my router ain't working properly, and that ain't a good thing. Okay, maybe if I activate it. Activate it. I just want my Wi-Fi to work. Damn it. And yeah, I know I have a very good name for my Wi-Fi. It's a really good name for a Wi-Fi. I knew. Oh, it's wired connection. Of course it ain't wired. It's I was trying to connect through with the wired connection. Okay, I'm tired, I guess. But now that I rebooted my router and all that, I hope it will fix the issue. And let's try to open the web page. How to convert bash to C, and it works flawlessly. You know, a little reboot can never do wrong. I could try open the new and do SL, and it's the same as LS. So if I go real fast, okay, that was overkill, but like if I go real fast, it does the same as if I did that. That's amazing. Both works. You know, it's like the meme. Both. I like both. Both of them. Both of them are good. Both are good. Both are good to me. You list this the why is there S and LS? Man, LS. Why is it LS? List directory contents. So contents list should work too. Makes sense. It makes sense in my head at least. Convert bash script to C. That was my question. That's what I'm trying to achieve. So if I go into my document folder, and then I go into my, and I'm gonna do this really efficiently. I have two ways of moving around, and one of them is this. Oh, it's so cool! I know, and I can go back, and go into the C folder, and O is a really powerful tool that you might not be used to because I made it myself, and it's really useful. And if I use the O to open not index.html because that ain't C, but if I use like let's say user input, and I will see it in the text editor so that I can see what's inside of this script, and I want a copy of it, so I'm gonna do cp user input C, and we're gonna make a copy of it which is gonna be called test.c. So now we have our test, and I'm gonna move, I'm gonna make a directory, and it's gonna be called the test directory, and then I'm gonna move test.c to the test/test.c file, and if I ls, and I did that on purpose, swapping both S and L for this search to prove that this aliases is very useful. And now I can move cd or just O into my test directory. And this time it was a real mistake that I did. I really wanted to type ls and it typed sl, and it still worked, and I'm happy about that. And something cool I could do is that when I use sl instead of ls, it will output, the output will lolcat instead. Like if I do ls pipe into lolcat, you have it doesn't work because it's not installed on this machine, and it's a big program. So it takes a lot of time to install, but I don't care. It's worth it. It just colorized the output, but still worth it. I type more character that were needed for that than my password actually need to confuse you people on purpose. So you won't be able to guess how many character my password has. That was smart. And we're waiting. This is a really big program, and it's telling us, it's like, we need to get 6,000 kilobytes of archive, and this operation 30 megabytes of additional disk space will be used to install lolcat, which is a completely useless program that I still like to use. So, and we have a mandb for it if you need more information on how to use it, which I don't think you will need because it's a very straightforward program. Most of the time you will just pipe things into it to color it. It's that simple, but you can be a little bit more fancy and choose in what way the coloration works, animate the coloration, which I never did because I don't care about it, and now it works. But we only have one thing in this folder, so it's not really interesting to look at. So let's do it again in this directory. And look at that. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that amazing? Yes, it surely is, everyone. It surely is. So if I go back to my shell script folder and I open my alias.sh, and I should be able to now say that this is equal to this piped into lolcat and save this. And that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Do it. Can you put a space in front of a comment? And does it work if I do something like that? It does. Of course it does. I did not expect that. And now I can do SL, and I need to restart my shell for this to work. So now if I do SL, it worked flawlessly! It's amazing! Look at this, people. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that amazing? It is. It surely is. It surely is. So the short bash script works. And he wants it converted into C. It's going to be secretly. I got a syntax error. So basically, you're just packing your script into an executable by using C. I think you want to use a system instead of po-open. Po-open. Where did he use that po-open stuff? In here, I don't see it. And yeah, he just basically use his bash script inside with po-open right here. So that's not a good way to do it. You didn't have to tell me that. And he's just gonna use system instead. But I don't think that's a really smart thing to do. But it works. It works. So as long as it works, I don't care. You can append at the end of the line. Blah 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 blah, puts blah blah blah, and string return. That wasn't really educative, but I learned a little bit because I think the best way to just use bash in C, to convert bash in C, is just use bash inside of C, because you probably can do that the same way you can do it in Python. And if you can do it in Python, why wouldn't you be able to do it in C? Convert assembly code to C. It's not assembly. Why is it easier to convert assembly to C? Well, maybe because C is a lower level language, but I want to convert bash automatically if it's possible to convert bash script into C. It's not asking too much, isn't it? And this video is already 14 minutes long, and that is a long vlog. And I don't know if I'm gonna do some editing on this video, if it's gonna be raw like meat. Probably gonna be raw, to be honest, but I might need to do some editing to remove the part where I showed my IP, which wasn't really smart. And if I hadn't done that, well, I'm probably in trouble for having shown that online. But the type of IP I use is a special one, so it should be fine, even if people online saw it, but and it's not that big of a deal if people get your IP. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you can brute force the password of someone and access their computer remotely if they have like a SSH connection open or something like that on their computer, or if you have like a special device. Or I mean, a hacker can hack if he has your IP, that's for sure. But why? What will he gain in hacking my device? There's nothing good on there, folks. There's nothing good that you would want to hack. This computer is already crappy enough like that. I don't see what problem you could create that this computer doesn't already has. Okay. Speed. I don't care why I should do it. I just want to learn how. Don't bash in C and don't code in bash. That's so beautiful. I don't want advice. I just want to learn how to do it. System. Just a use system instead. Other than that, I'm not aware of an easy way to automatically do it. As a human, we can look at the above and equate that to do that. You need to do access FO. Oh my gosh, it's more work. You've got mail. Into file. That's a lot of work. I'm not good with C, by the way. I'm new to this weird coding language. There's a program used to blah blah blah. It's not really a good rated response. I found this following bash C converter. Is this a way to convert from bash to C? Yeah, I found the following bash to C converter. So, oh, it's old as ick of a deal. So this is a bash script which is supposed to convert bash to C. I don't know if it works. It's a really big script. And I will always read you. Do we trust this thing that we just found online? Of course we will. Save page as. Is this gonna be a web page? Yes, it's gonna be a web page. Of course it's gonna be a web page. So I'm just gonna have to open all this. Do nano bash.sh. We're gonna paste that in here and wait for it to be pasted. No, it doesn't work. Let's copy this and paste it. I said and paste it. I don't seem to be able to paste that. Why is that the case? I'm just gonna save that. Is my editor frozen? I don't seem to be able to type anything here. Oh, maybe it's still pasting, which ain't good. Let's cancel that, cancel that, cancel that, cancel that. Control C, Control C, Control C. Control X, Control X, Control X. Close the window, client. Yeah, force it to close. Force it to close. Thank you. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. CD documents. You know what I mean. Why do you have to be so hard on me, system? You know, I just want your best. I have your best interest at heart. So we're gonna create a file with nano, which is gonna be called test2. No, test.sh. That's good. And now we're gonna copy all this and test. Okay, it works. Paste that in and we wait. Right now it's waiting time. Why is it so long to paste text in a text editor? Would it be faster if I use gedit or a GUI text editor to just paste a lot of text into it? I don't know. This computer ain't the best either, so that shows you how bad this computer is. If you didn't believe me before when I told you, now you have the proof. This computer is total garbage. It's total crap. And it still hasn't pasted anything. Will it? At some point. Convert bash script to C. Unix. Help me, people. How hard can it be? I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Is it that hard? I mean, at the end of the day, I can just use my bash inside of C. And I think that's what I will do. and not end this video, that's for sure, not end this video, but why not end this video, why not, but because my terminal is frozen, maybe that's a reason why. I'm gonna keep it open, so if it decide to unfroze at some point, we're gonna have it, but yeah, I'm gonna cd into my documents, I'm gonna cd into my C folder, and I'm gonna O into my test folder, because I like to use both way to go into file and folder and directories, just to show you that you can do both. Both works. Both are good. I do prefer using my own utilities when I can, when I think about it. I need an advice. I want to convert bash script to C programming. For comment, I like to have input big file sample blah 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 blah. I can't be the first one to ask if there's a way to do that. Bash convert to blah blah blah, shell programming and scripting. I'm using bash that when run download a file blah 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 blah. 10 more discussion, you might find this interesting. That was the discussion called name of file and that after it. So you need to print delimiter for substitution like index. I don't get it. I don't get this answer. It's that bad. I don't get the answer. Oh, it's pasted in. It's there. Now it's there. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's what I wanted. That's good. That's good. And it's so colorful. Look at that. Ain't that the more colorful terminal you've seen in your life? I'm just gonna move that to the third screen, third workspace, if you prefer calling that a workspace. It's such a beautiful color scheme. It's amazing. It's so pretty. It's almost like looking at the Monokai text editor. The only thing I don't like, and I'm gonna change it right away, because when you don't like something on Linux, you just change it. But I'm gonna save that. How is it gonna be called? Well, test.sh, of course. That's what it was called, as far as I know. And that's a lot of line of code. That's you want to save modification to the buffer? I think I do. Finally, yeah. ls and sl. Okay. What was I doing? I forgot. No, I don't want to paste that here. That's not where I want to paste it. No, cancel. Stop that. Quit. Escape. Okay. That wasn't what I wanted to do. What was I trying to do? Forgot. I had something in my mind, but then this worked and I forgot what I wanted to do. Yeah, I want to test C. Yeah, so I'm gonna open test.c. I don't think I need internet anymore, so I'm gonna close it, take this, move it here, and I want an animated wallpaper. At this point I want it, because that's what I'm working on. So I'm gonna go into my preference right here and put some transparency into that terminal so that I can see my animated wallpaper. And right here I'm gonna open another terminal and go into my documents. Doesn't work because I forgot the capital D in documents. And I'm gonna move into my prototype folder ls, and I'm gonna start this background animation software. I still don't like the current animation that much, but you're gonna have to live with it because that's the one I have so far. So here we go. Animated little I want it to run in the background, so I'm just gonna do something like run this in the background so that I can close this and still have my animated wallpaper. That's amazing. Still recording. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna convert okay, that was my test script, and it isn't in bash. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new one. I don't want this one, I want another one. So I'm gonna touch to create a new file, because I want to show you all command that you can use on Linux. Not that touch is the best, command to use in this specific case, but I'm gonna use it anyway. So test .c already exists, so we're gonna call this test2.c because I'm so original, and we're gonna nano test 2.c. And in it, it's so amazing to still have the animated wallpaper behind the nano text editor. This is gonna be a C file, so I'm not sure. how to use the system thing that they suggested I use. So what I'm gonna do is save that, exit, ls, and I'm gonna copy test.c to test2.c. And now if I nano into no, that's not what I wanted to do. If I nano into test2.c, I already have a template that I can use. I can do Control K to delete all that crap that we won't need, and I'm gonna try a system, and I'm gonna put in it echo, not, it's all capitalized, that ain't good. System echo, no, and quotation mark echo. We're gonna do an hello world in bash inside of C, and I'm gonna put this in a special quotation and single quotes, and I'm gonna say this is the end of this line. Save that, and we're gonna compile it. GCC test2, nope, that's not a, test2, and to the default output we have an error with system. Why is it? I'm gonna do a little web search on that topic. Great. Analyze this while this load. Oh, while the internet is opening, you can analyze this beautiful wallpaper. It's such a beautiful wallpaper. And if you think it's a little bit laggy, by the way, it's not because my animation software is laggy. That's one of the reasons. But it's mainly because I don't have a lot of frame. And but that's as fast as it goes between frames. So I think it's a good example. But it's also because it's choppy because it doesn't have that many frames between each animation. It only has 11 frames for the complete animation. So that's not that much. Why did I type ls? I don't know. It's a reflex. At this point, it's a reflex when I'm coding and I'm on the web. I wanted to search something. What was it? It was how to use the system bash in C. How to use bash in C using system like that. Tell me how. Internet, tell me how. Tell me how to do it. While it's loading, why not look at this beautiful wallpaper? And it's done. So I need to install the std library, of course. And then I can use int status is equal to something. How to execute bash command in C? Tell me, oh computer. I want to know. C matrix. Yay. Computer thing is going on. Yay. It doesn't load. I think I pressed on this article. Stack Overflow, can you please open while I'm looking at my wallpaper? Yoo-hoo! Wallpaper dancing, wallpaper dancing, dancing wallpaper. Yeah, I'm probably gonna provide some animation with that. So include stdlib. Do I have that? So if I cat test 2, do I have that? I don't. I only have stdio, and I need stdlib. So if I open that test 2 in my text editor, of course it's gonna be in my text editor. Resize that. Let's just copy all that, what they offer me right here. It's in an int because it's their way to use like function. It's not really a function, but that's how it needs to be in C. So I'm not gonna question it, but I'm just gonna copy the system. Do I need system? Blah, 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 blah. No, I don't really need to copy that line. Let's save that and let's try again to compile that. Right here, and if I do ls, and now I can try the program because we didn't have an error message this time. Hello world in bash. So hello world. Oh, this is nice. So starting from now, if I have to code in C, it's gonna be bash inside. I'm telling you. If I am gonna sell you a C program, it's running on bash. It's bash inside. So you will probably need to have bash installed. And yeah, probably some dependency that I will make easy to install. Probably making a guide, an installer, or something like that. I like installer. People on Linux don't like installer. They think that's something that people do on Windows, because installer usually don't show you all that they install. They don't tell you what it is. You don't really take the time to take it in, to really make your own research on what you're installing and stuff. But I think at the same time, sometimes you want something to work, it's good that you can just click a button and say, make it work. And the computer is like, oh yeah, dancing in the background doing its thing, and you have your program working. And I think that that's something nice that people should have, at least as an option. If you want to install stuff separately, I mean, go for it, man. Have fun. Compile your stuff from source if you prefer to, but it sometimes takes more time, most of the time, and sometimes it breaks things, and sometimes stuff ain't complete, and that's how things are. And if you're a programmer, like myself, maybe you enjoy that, but even as a programmer, I don't. So yeah, I try to avoid it when I can, to compile stuff from source, because I don't see the point. If the program can work out of the box and is already compiled, why would I go to the trouble to compile it? Maybe the version that you need to compile yourself is more recent and has more nice feature, but it isn't always the case. And how would you know that? I mean, unless you try them both, and it's time consuming and it's not reliable. And I'm not gonna say that distribution like Debian with the app repository are reliable, because sometimes stuff in there is so out of date, and that it doesn't work as you expect it to, and it's so out of date that it's not supported anymore. So that's not what I call reliable. And when I say it's not supported anymore, I mean stuff breaks. And sometimes it doesn't work, and you try to do something and there's no documentation on it, because you're on a too old version of this software that nobody uses anymore, except people dumb enough to use older distribution. And I'm not saying those people are dumb, even though I said that. It's not really what I meant, but I don't care explaining further, because this is the end of this video. You can like, subscribe, ring the bell, and do all that stuff that YouTube require for us YouTuber to have some attention when we release a damn video. I mean, if the people subscribe to your channel, like the video, and watch the video, probably they care about what you make. So maybe they want your other video to be recommended to them, but YouTube is evil because it's owned by Google, which is also evil. And I don't think that saying that is gonna help me be more famous on this platform, because they probably have software that recognize those words together and say, do not recommend video that say that Google is this or that. So just to compensate, I want to say and clarify that Google is amazing and YouTube is the best platform ever, and I do not question the fact that we have the right of free speech on this platform, or something like that. Have a good day, and see you in the next video. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Do I have other software open? I'm gonna close them, move this on the first workspace, and